everybody, and welcome back to a very special podcast. This is the podcast in which we talk about all of your favorite TV series from yesteryear, and then discuss them over a glass of wine. And I'm Patrick M. Dunn, and you probably remember me from the previous 94 episodes, and we're here live at night for the first time in a long time.
It is the evening time. The sky is dark. There's snow falling here in Colorado.
Snow, yeah. I'm in like 70-degree weather and I'm complaining about the cold. Sorry, Kat.
You're like bundled up in a freaking Captain America hoodie.
I know. I'm close to doing my Audrey from Big Brother like blanket snuggle right now, but that might be too hot. Too hot to handle.
And I'm like in my pajamas.
You're like in a t-shirt and I'm in fucking like a hoodie with the hood on.
Yeah, I'm in a t-shirt and like thin pajamas because my heat's on.
Yes. And I'm here as always with Kat Halstead, the author. And
hello everybody. Good evening.
Yes. So this is the first time since maybe like July or something that we've recorded at night.
Yeah, we've been recording like super early in the morning.
I've been dragging your sorry ass out of bed at like 7 o'clock your time.
Yes, like
you're angry.
I'm cranky. I need coffee. I haven't eaten. I am like sitting there with like a piece of banana bread. Yeah,
and meanwhile, like I'm up. I've been up for like 3 hours. I'm like tweeting you like, hurry the fucking get up so we can get this shit on the road.
Like, get up, and I'm like, I don't want to get up. My bed is warm.
But we had the other day. I was like, you know what? I was like, we need to do a wine episode. I know I've been saying this is the podcast in which we drink wine, but it's mostly been coffee. But tonight we broke out the Merlot and whatever the hell you're drinking,
or the Moscato,
pink Moscato, and you're drinking it in like a fancy ass like Beauty and the Beast tumbler, acrylic tumbler.
Yes, I found this at Walmart yesterday in the clearance section.
Yeah, shout out to the clearance section at Walmart.
And I was like, ooh, that's the right size, and I guess I'll go with Belle over Wolverine.
Oh, you should have got both. Like, if you ever feel like masculine one day, you could just take a sip out of a Wolverine mug.
Well, I was looking through, and I was hoping they had like maybe a Captain America or something like that.
Like a Robert Downey Jr.
It was like there were a couple Belles and like 20 Wolverines. And
it's like a weird looking Belle too. It's not like the normal 1992 animated classic Belle.
It is. She looks
a little more gussied up.
Yeah, it's a little fancier. Not exact.
Her hair's like teased differently, I think. I think you should take a picture of it and we'll tweet it so you can like...
I will later.
It's like hot Belle.
Well, I got it because I realized none of my water bottles fit in the cup holder in the car. So I was like, okay, I need something that's going to fit so that I can take it to work when it doesn't have Moscato in it.
Well, I mean, if you're going to make a road soda, a Belle acrylic tumbler is the way to go.
You know, I don't think I should be doing phone calls.
You know what? They're more fun that way. Let's just get that out there.
They probably are.
I'm sure they are. I'm sure like you'll be more pleasant.
Pro tip. When the survey people call and ask if a specific person is there and you really don't want to do the surveys, just say you have the wrong number.
Oh, okay. I like that. Pro tip. Pro tip for any of our listeners out there who work in call centers.
No, for the people who get the calls from the call centers, you dork.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, I screwed that up. Sorry, I don't understand call center culture. I haven't worked in one in like 2 years.
2 years.
It's all ancient history now. So what are we doing tonight? We're entering like our Thanksgiving territory. Like it's pretty much a few weeks early, but it's okay. Not a few. It's like
we're supersizing it with the Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're gonna supersize it up. I mean, I'm like hearing him say it's like super. It's only like 2 weeks away. So
I know but we're doing 2 episodes this year instead of like 1.
Well, we did 2 last year. We did Mad About You and something else.
We did. I don't remember. I wish I could say I was inebriated, but I wasn't.
It's okay. All right. So this year. So we're doing the show for the second time. Last time we discussed a series. It was a Halloween episode. But now we're slipping into a more festive time, like a more like family-oriented, I guess, friends and family.
I think this is probably a more classic episode of the series.
Yes, I agree.
It is definitely, there was an article that I was linked to today where it is one of the top 10 essential episodes of How I Met Your Mother.
Really?
Yes. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it in my tweet.
I'd like to know exactly.
It was a article from Vulture.
Ooh, Vulture is a very important player in discussing television series, so I'll take them as gospel.
Yes.
Do we get a ranking number? Is it high on the list?
You know what? Give me a second while I pull up the article.
Okay.
And let it load. I don't know if I don't think these were actually like in order of
importance.
I think they were kind of more in airing order.
Okay, so it just these are 10 episodes in no particular order that we love of How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, it's the 12 most essential How I Met Your Mother episodes to watch on Netflix.
Oh, well, now it's going to be Hulu because Netflix is just like kicking this series to the curb.
I mean, this article is posted today.
Oh, it's posted today?
Yeah, at 12:55 p.m.
There's no way this article came out today.
That's what it says.
Well, like, I feel like sometimes it lies and gives you like a fake date and time. I don't know. That's just me.
Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't go on Vulture that often.
I'm like on Vulture all the time. I used to read like the Real Housewives recaps on there by Julie Klausner.
Well, see, I don't watch Real Housewives, and I have like no intention to.
All right, 2018 goal. We're gonna get Kat into at least Atlanta. I think you'll enjoy Atlanta. I think you'll like to hear about the shenanigans between Candy Barres and friends / enemies.
Okay.
I'll find a way. I'm gonna put it on my 2018 vision board.
Get Kat to watch Real Housewives.
You might like the ones with like Lisa Rinna though. I feel like you'd be into that for some reason.
Actually, I tried to watch one once with Lisa and Eileen, and I was just like, this is stupid. I was like, these people get more positive attention than soap opera actors. F this.
I mean, it is the modern day soap opera, let's be real.
It is, and it pisses me off, because guess what? They suck.
Kat loves her stories.
I do love my stories.
All right, so the episode we decided to do this week is Slapsgiving, in case you haven't figured it out yet, which is the classic episode in which Lily throws, I guess it's the first Thanksgiving for the friend group?
Yes, it's the first one where Lily and Marshall are married, and they decide to host Thanksgiving in their New York apartment instead of, say, going to Minnesota, which they did in the first season.
Yeah.
Yeah, because otherwise, like in the first season, they had Thanksgiving, Lily and Marshall went to Minnesota, and then Ted, Barney, and Robin ended up at a strip club. So
I was thinking, you know what, they're at that point in their lives, what are they, like 27 or 28 at this point? Mm-hmm. It's like, you know what, they live far away from home, and it's, you know, I don't even want to bother going home for their shit. This is stupid. I'm just going to stay in New York City, just hang out with my core group. We'll chill at the bar, then we'll go upstairs, have some turkey, and some pecan pies, and congregate.
Yeah, you're at that point where it's kind of a chore to go home, and it costs money, and you can't always take off the time for work. Like, I know there are a lot of colleges that don't even really provide time off to go home for Thanksgiving. Like, you get off of school that Wednesday before, the day before, and you have to like get home by like mealtime tomorrow. Like, that doesn't work.
Yeah, and I think
for a lot of people.
Is Barney the only one that has like a legit job at this point, and everyone else is just kind of struggling? Well, maybe Lily, she's a teacher.
No, Robin has her news reporter job at this point.
Okay,
she's the on-air anchor.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize she was an anchor at this point yet.
Lily's a teacher. Ted's an architect.
But is he an architect, or is he just like trying to be an architect? I don't know.
No, he is. This is when he starts to have some success at the firm. Like, he's had some success at the firm. Like, he's designed, like, a building. He's not just on the team.
He's not, like, an associate. He's, like, now, like, an important person.
Yeah.
And Marshall just, like, plays the piano, I think. Right?
Marshall is, at this point, I think he is waiting for his bar results.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, okay. He seems like he's at that point.
So.
He looks very, like non-puffy in this episode. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yes.
I feel like as he gets older, he just looks more puffier.
Yes, I do think that happens.
Yes. All right. So,
they're all like kind of young professionals, still trying to do their thing. They're living in New York. They don't want to like go to Minnesota or Ohio.
And Lily has a huge ass apartment, which probably costs like thousands of dollars. So she's like, you know what? We fucking pay a pretty ass penny to live here. I am not flying home to Minnesota or whatever the hell whatever state.
Yeah, I'm not going to Minnesota again.
Yeah, like, screw that. Don't they drive? I feel like they drive there for some reason.
No, they don't drive. They flew to Minnesota.
Oh, well, there's definitely been road trips.
They do have road trips. There are road trips throughout the series. Like, they go to... Ted and Marshall will road trip to Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
For pizza. Why the hell would you road trip to Chicago for pizza when you live in New York City, where the best pizza in the world is?
I agree with you. New York City, shout out to the pizza. Shout out to New York City. Deep dish? No, thank you.
Nothing.
But
It's too much bread.
yeah, it's very filling, and it just kind of like it bloats you. You feel like a lard ass after, and then all you want to do is just like sit in your bed and watch Stranger Things after you have a deep dish pizza.
Oh, is that what I'm missing? Is that why I haven't gotten into Stranger Things past 2 episodes?
Oh, you haven't dabbled into the 3rd episode yet?
No, I haven't.
Okay, well, I can't wait for it to click, and then you're gonna change your Tumblr avatar to
which is currently Archie and Veronica.
You're gonna change it to Jonathan and Nancy. I think I have a feeling that you're like a Jonathan Nancy.
You mean the creepy stalker kid?
Yeah, that's Jonathan.
Okay.
But you could surprise me. You could be a Steve and Nancy. Who knows?
I don't. I'm pretty sure that the only ship right now that really has my heart is Sean and Sue from The Middle.
Oh well, it might change. The Middle is ending, I think.
Yes, it is, but I still have the rest of the season to ship them and love them and for them to put me on this roller coaster because tonight's episode definitely did that.
Oh, okay. Scandal in the Middle. All right. Are you ready for what was on this night of television?
Yes, tell me.
All right, so this episode aired almost 10 years ago. This aired on November 19th, 2007.
Oh my god.
This episode is a decade old.
That is insane. That cannot be. Slapsgiving is a decade old?
Yes, it's been 10 years.
Oh my god.
And in that time, we've gotten puffier.
Hey, I have gotten less puffy, thank you very much.
All right, well, I've gotten puffier. All right, are you ready? Are you ready for ABC? Should we kick off with the alphabet?
Yes, let's start off with ABC.
All right, ABC, 8 p.m., Dancing with the Stars.
Woo, we know Kat loves her Dancing with the Stars.
Yes, the wildly popular reality series about quote-unquote celebrities dancing with professional dancers. The fall of 2000 would have dropped us in the middle of season 5, and this week, guess who went home? Hint, she's an enemy of the podcast.
Who?
Any guesses?
No, I don't.
Jenny Garth.
Oh, Jenny Garth.
Yeah, fuck Jenny Garth. And Jenny and her dance partner, Derek Huff, just couldn't swing it with their jive and foxtrot.
Ha ha ha, suck it, Derek.
Yes, and shout out to this season's winner, an Indy car driver, Helio Castroneves. Ooga.
Oh my god, so that's like season 4.
No, this is season 5.
Season 5?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's right, because Kelly Monaco won the first season. Then Drew Lachey won, and then Emmett Smith won, and then Apollo Anton Ono, and then Helio. So yeah, season 5.
I love that you know the winners. Like
after season 5, I don't know who wins for a while.
Yeah, well, I don't know who wins ever, except that I know that Helio Castroneves won this season, and then
yes, he won with Julianne Hough,
and then in
which is why Derek didn't win because Julianne was still there. Ha.
And in last week's episode, you revealed that Aruma Willis won. So those are like the only 2 winners I know of Dancing with the Stars.
Alfonso Ribeiro.
He won?
He won, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, shout out to him. Yes,
and he was on the recent trio dancing episode with Frankie Muniz. And it was amazing.
Oh, yeah. I've been hearing a lot about Frankie Muniz's dancing. And I made Frankie Muniz and Whitney, his dance partner, as my Facebook cover photo. And it's getting a lot of attention. I have yet to see it. But you know me, I enjoy attention.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready for what was following Dancing with the Stars?
Yeah, what was on after Dancing with the Stars?
All right, so Dancing with the Stars was on for an hour and a half. So now we're up to 9:30 on ABC.
Only an hour and a half?
Only an hour and a half. They had to stop. They had to stop to air an all-new episode of Samantha Who.
Oh, okay. I freaking loved Samantha Who.
Yes, it's a Christina Applegate vehicle about Samantha Newley, a 30-year-old businesswoman who develops retrograde amnesia after a hit-and-run accident. And, well, after her accident, she begins to realize how much of a shitty person she is and begins a quest to become a better person. Spoiler alert, the show is canceled after 2 seasons.
Yes, but it was really good. And it was also the last time Melissa McCarthy was funny.
Oh, yeah, because this is like post-Gilmore Girls and pre... Mike and Molly, right?
Yeah, pre-Mike and Molly, Bridesmaids, all that.
Yes. So Christina Applegate, she had in the 2000s, she had a run of TV shows. She had this show. She had that one Up All Night on NBC. Mm-hmm. And now she's currently rocking it on Bad Moms 2, A Bad Mom Christmas, also starring on Gal Pal and Queen Supreme, Christine Baranski. Hey, girl.
I can't wait for that. I need to go see it.
I know. I think I'm going to see it on Thursday. I think I'm going to go to the movies on Thursday night and go see Bad Moms 2.
Maybe I'll just go by myself tomorrow.
You should. We should do a special Getting Catty Bad Moms edition. Maybe we can get Christine Baranski to give us a soundbite. I would love that.
Ooh.
A little Diane Lockhart.
Okay, so it was Samantha Who. What was after Samantha Who then?
Well, before going to the next one, I've never seen the show, but it also starred Barry Watson.
Yes, Barry Watson was like Samantha's boyfriend, ex-boyfriend. It was really complicated.
Oh, it was its complicated status on Facebook between Samantha and Barry Watson.
Well, yeah, because I can't remember if they were actually like broken up or not, or if he took the chance to break up with her.
Oh, yeah.
When she had amnesia. And then he like tried to steal her apartment.
I think I would have fun with that. Like, if I knew somebody that had retrograde amnesia, call me an asshole, but I think I'd play with it. I would be like, you know what? I'm going to fuck around with this. I'm going to see where this goes.
I actually have a friend whose brother has some amnesia.
I always wonder, like, if it works like the way it works on soap operas.
From what she has told me, there's some things that have come back, or just some things that like randomly click with him. But it wasn't like a full-on, like, he forgot everything, but he forgot, like, details and situations.
It's not like Sammy from Days of Our Lives being run over with a car and then, like, pretending she forgot, like, how much of a shitty person she was and, like, nabbing Austin and, like, living with him and having a baby and all that weird stuff.
Yeah, none of that.
Oh, best string of episodes ever of a soap opera.
Sammy is still the queen, by the way.
We have to find that. Yeah, she's back, right?
Yeah, she's back. They think Will may or may not be alive. Spoiler alert, he's alive. Susan Banks is around. She's the one who got Will back alive.
Is T-Boz back yet?
No, T-Boz is gone.
Already? She's come and gone already?
Yeah, she came and went already.
Yeah, shout out to my friend Sarah, who, like, we don't watch Days of Our Lives, but whenever we find out that T-Boz is on, we, like, immediately text each other and, like, post gifs of T-Boz on Days of Our Lives, so.
She was pretty fun. I liked her. She was fun.
I hope she comes back. That's, like, the only time I'm, like, interested in Days of Our Lives, but I will throw it out there. What's that guy's name? Ron Carlivati?
Ron Carlivati.
Yeah, he's turning that show around. I think he's like they should do like a special primetime ep and just see where it goes. Like see who gets into it.
I wish NBC would put like that much faith in Days to get another primetime episode. Because remember when we were like in middle school, they would do primetime episodes.
Yeah, like 3 times a year, like every season pretty much, except for the summer.
Yeah, I remember because I remember there was the one where like Austin and Carrie were at the ski resort. I think it was like right when Alan raped Carrie or attempted to rape her or whatever. It was like a primetime episode.
Yeah, and they always like amp up the production value, so it's like a lot cooler.
Yeah, they amp things up a little bit. They're gonna give you like that crazy moment. Like, I remember General Hospital did one where it was, like, Laura's funeral.
And not to mention a 2-hour series premiere of Port Charles, which was, like, a 2-hour primetime movie.
Yes, it was amazing. It's on YouTube, by the way.
Yeah, I know. And it's like watching Die Hard, like a daytime drama version of Die Hard.
So if you ever, like, want to watch Dr. Joe Scanlon take a power drill to Audrey Hardy.
Yeah, we have to do that as a future episode of the podcast. We'll save it. We'll save it for, like, the winter slums. The 2-hour premiere.
We'll be able to talk about my baby, Greg Cooper.
Yeah, shout out to Greg Cooper. Who was Greg Cooper?
He was the one who held them all hostage.
Oh, yeah, Greg Cooper. He died, though, right? Or went to jail?
No.
He came back?
He lived to terrorize them, like, for, like, the next 2 or 3 years before they decided to go all vampires and...
Well, I didn't stick around for Port Charles that long. I'm just going to throw that out there. I loved the premiere, and I stuck around for maybe like 3 months, and then I bailed. I didn't stick around for the vampires, but I would have came back, but I was over it. All right, are you ready for what was on after Samantha Who?
Yes, I'm dying to know.
All right, this is wild. Following Samantha Who at 10 p.m. is another reality staple, The Bachelor. Season 11.
Whoa, The Bachelor and Dancing with the Stars on at the same time? Oh, amazing.
Yes, and at 10 p.m. I didn't feel like The Bachelor was like a 10 p.m. show for some reason.
Actually, I could kind of see it.
Yeah, I guess so. This season, though, season 11 features a winemaker from Austin, Texas, Stephen Bradley Womack. And plot twist, during the final rose ceremony, Bachelor Womack becomes the first bachelor in the history of the show to reject all of the bachelorettes.
Smart man.
Yeah, so we have to track this episode down and get a little catty about it one day. But they do bring, Mr. Womack does return in season 15 for a second go at finding quote-unquote true love.
I think my favorite season was the one with Andrew Firestone.
Oh, yeah. Andrew Firestone. Shout out to Andrew Firestone.
You know, I don't watch The Bachelor anymore, though.
Yeah, I like the earlier seasons a lot better than the newer one. The newer ones are, they're more fun and sexier, but the quality of people has dipped. Like, now everyone knows how to, like, play The Bachelor. It's kind of like Big Brother. Like, the quality of people is dipped.
It's like you get the people who aren't really there to find love. They're there for the social media followers.
Yeah, they want like the gifts like circulated on the internet. They want the social media following.
Yeah, they want to get invited back to Bachelor in Paradise, if that's even ever going to be a thing again after this year.
Well, it came back this summer, but who knows? Who knows where?
I think only because they had to air something and they had nothing else.
They had nothing else. All right, are you ready for CBS?
Yes, I am.
All right, CBS 8 p.m. How I Met Your Mother. Ooga! We're about to get into it. All right, are you ready for 8:30? We'll just jump ahead. All right, this is wild. This is wild. A repeat. Yes, a repeat of the first episode of The Big Bang Theory.
Oh my god, this is probably the first season of The Big Bang Theory.
I was going to ask that. Is this the first season of The Big Bang Theory? Because I honestly don't know when this show began. Because in my mind, for some reason, The Big Bang Theory has always been on.
Yes, this is the first season of The Big Bang Theory, when it was like a show that was going to get canceled.
Yeah, and do you want to know a fun fact?
Okay, give me a fun fact.
All right, did you know that Laurie Metcalf plays Sheldon's mother on The Big Bang Theory? And Laurie Metcalf's real-life daughter plays Sheldon's mother on Young Sheldon. Kat's wild pickup line on Tinder and Bumble.
Hey, it serves its purpose.
Yes, you've gotten some wild responses lately.
Yes, let's see, I got a dick pic.
Ooh.
And, I got the guy who was like, who the fuck cares? And he was like really angry about it.
Then you got the guy that was like excited about it and then asked if you were into anal play.
Yes, like, what?
So shout out to that pickup line.
Guys, no.
Stay tuned for next week when we do more adventures of Kat's Tinder responses on her fun fact about The Big Bang Theory. Are you ready for 9 p.m.?
Yeah.
You have to know what it is, right? 2007, Monday night, 9 p.m.
Oh, 2.5 Men.
Yes, the Charlie Sheen, John Cryer joint, produced by Chuck Lorre about two bros who live together and raise a child while simultaneously juggling their hedonistic lifestyles. At least for Charlie Sheen, anyway.
I totally watched it.
I mean, I've dabbled in the show. I know about it. I've probably seen more than 30 episodes.
I prefer the episodes with Ashton Kutcher, however.
Yeah, low-key, I kind of like those. And I did watch the first couple with Amber Tamblyn, just to see how, like, things went with her.
Oh, yes.
Yes, but she, like, quickly left that show. She was like, peace out.
Yeah, I was honestly kind of surprised that she was even, like, on it.
It seems, like, beneath her for some reason, but I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe girl needed to eat.
She needed some time away from her husband.
Yeah, David Cross is not, I guess, putting food on the table, so I don't know. She needs some CVS money, and she got it and moved on. What is she up to now, though? You don't really hear much.
She writes poetry.
Oh, yeah. I do love her poems.
And she's done that for, like, forever, and she does, like, small things here and there. I think she's more activist than actress.
Yes, she's one of those gals. I do miss Joan of Arcadia, though. I'll just throw that out there.
Yes, well, I miss Amber Tamblyn as Emily Quartermain on General Hospital.
Yeah, Emily BQ, your old AOL screen name.
Emily was my favorite character back in the day.
Yeah, shout out to Amber Tamblyn and Emily Quartermain.
Yes.
All right, are you ready for 9:30?
Well, it was on at 9:30 because I can't remember that far back.
Oh, you'll know as soon as I say it. Rules of Engagement, a sitcom that somehow ran for 7 seasons, starring David Spade, Patrick Warburton, Megan Price, Oliver Hudson, which explored the relationship of couples at various stages in the relationship. Despite receiving negative reviews for years, the show always earned reasonably decent ratings, so someone out there was watching it. And probably you?
I was watching it.
I've never seen an episode of Rules of Engagement.
Oh my, it's actually, like, really funny.
Is it?
And we've talked about this. They have, like, when you watch their scenes in the diners, it feels like they're in a real diner. It's, like, you can see the other patrons having, like, conversations with each other, and it doesn't feel fake. It doesn't feel like they're pretending to talk to each other. They're actually, like, really talking to each other.
Like, you hear, like, commotion, like, slight commotion?
Not exactly, but it just feels realer than other shows.
Is it like Cheers, kind of? Like the barroom and Cheers?
Maybe, yeah.
Because I like, believe that, like, Cheers is, like, a real bar when I watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like see it as like a fake bar like on this show, How I Met Your Mother, which is obviously like a set.
Well, that's because they have the whole like booth without like a wall thing.
Yeah, and they always have the same booth, which is like conveniently always open.
Except for the one time it's not, and Robin and Lily get like all crazy.
Yes. All right, are you ready for 10 p.m., CBS 10 p.m.?
Yeah, so it was on at 10 o'clock.
All right, CSI Miami. Bienvenido a Miami. CSI Miami is a drama that follows a South Florida team of forensic investigators who use both cutting-edge scientific methods and old-fashioned police work to solve crimes. Starring David Caruso, and for the first season only, Kim Delaney.
Oh my.
Out of all the CSIs, it was always my fave. Love myself some Horatio Caine.
I've never watched any of like CSIs.
Really? Not even by accident?
Like, maybe, like, if an actor I liked is on. Like, does NCIS count as a CSI?
Oh, yeah, because, I mean, like, I'm strictly Law and Order SVU, but I did like to dabble in the Tiffany Network's version of their procedurals, like CSI Miami, sometimes regular CSI, and I don't think I ever watched CSI New York, though. Maybe I did?
Yeah, I never watched any of... Like, I tried to watch the Cyber CSI, but it felt so...
Yeah, I was going to say.
Dated. Even though it was, like... There was something just weird about... And it was just weird watching James Vanderbeek play a cop.
Yeah, it was on last year, but I felt like I was watching a show from the late 90s.
Yeah, it was weird. It was like these people were trying to be, like, up to date technologically, but they were a decade or two behind.
The people who wrote it were probably in their 50s, and they got into computers like in the late 90s, and that was their their knowledge of the computer, the home computer, the PC.
They were like, maybe we can see them through the webcam.
All right, are you ready for NBC?
Yeah, it was on NBC.
All right, this was a wild night of television, and you bet your bippy I watched everything on this night. Every single thing.
Okay.
All right, leading the pack is Chuck, the classic late 2000s spy drama about an average computer whiz kid played by Zachary Levi, who receives an encoded email from an old college bro who now works at the CIA. And well, the email contains a secret message containing spy secrets that somehow get programmed into Chuck's brain. And now the CIA and the NSA have to join forces as his handler and use him to go on top secret missions.
Programmed into his brain?
Yeah, it's far-fetched.
Is he John freaking Black?
Yeah, well, all right, so what it is, like, they built this one-of-a-kind program. So, like, I guess if you see something, and if you're, like, a certain IQ, your brain is smart enough to, I guess, interpret the data. And the guy that was Chuck's college roommate, like, he knew, like, Chuck was, like, super smart. So he purposely sent the program to him knowing that he would open the file, and then it would get programmed to his brain so he, I guess, could buy time to save his life or whatever. I don't know. I forget. It's been a while. So now, now they have to protect Chuck because he has all these, like, government secrets, but they also use him to, like, go on, like, secret missions and stuff to stop international intrigue and espionage.
So he's an accidental spy.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things. It's really fun, though. It's like a fun show. Like, every episode is the same, though. The format gets tired, but it's fun. They make it work. And it's produced by the same people who are behind the OC.
Like, I always, like, thought about watching it, but I just never, like, did.
Rachel Bilson's, I think, in a few episodes, too. So, shout out to her.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
I remember she was like a temporary girlfriend, I think.
Well, I like Zachary Levi in, like, the Broadway stuff I've seen him do.
Oh, yeah, he's on Broadway.
Yeah, he did, She Loves Me, which recently aired on PBS.
Oh, yeah.
And he did, another show, I can't remember the title, I think it was, like, Blind Date or First Date or something like that. And I've seen, I think, most of it on YouTube.
Yeah, well, he's pretty good on Chuck. I think you'll enjoy it. It ran for 5 seasons. It was always on the verge of cancellation, but it made it, I guess. I think they got there like 100 episodes. And
oh, that's a shame. I don't see it like get replayed anywhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, the good thing about it, like they knew going into season 5 that was gonna be their final year, so they formally wrapped it up. It didn't end on like a cliffhanger or like weird shit, but. I don't know. I feel like it's probably on like Hulu or something, but
it's gotta be somewhere. It's probably like on Crackle.
Yeah, shout out to Crackle for like keeping the classics alive. All right, are you ready for NBC 9 p.m.?
Yeah. What else is on?
Heroes.
Okay.
This epic drama series chronicled the lives of ordinary people who discovered they possessed extraordinary superpowers. As the saga unfolded, they learned they were part of a grand plan that brought them together to change the world. And in 2007, we were in the midst of the second season, which is widely known for unraveling the greatness that was the series. Boo-hoo.
That's the whole Save the Cheerleader, Save the World show, right?
Yes. So the first season of Heroes was spectacular. It was amazing. It had the most like anticlimactic ending of a season ever. And they just couldn't recapture the magic. Then the writer's strike happened, and it never bounced back. It lasted 4 seasons, then got revived for like a weird 5th season with like half the cast not involved.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's just like a dirty footnote in history because now we have like Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., we have Agent Carter, we have like the Netflix Marvel shows, we have all the DC shows on the the CW. So sorry, Heroes, you've been replaced.
Yeah, I never got into Heroes.
Really?
Yeah.
It premiered on like the Halo of Lost. Like it tried to be like this like epic show.
Well, there was a little while when like that whole season of shows started that I didn't have TV at all. So like when all that stuff was premiering that year, I didn't catch it. Like I came in, that's the same year that Brothers and Sisters started.
Yeah, it was.
And I like just randomly like came into that late, like a few episodes into the season because it was all like on after Desperate Housewives.
Yeah, I miss Brothers and Sisters. I wish that would be somewhere.
Brothers and Sisters was like my everything.
Yeah, it was great. Shout out to Brothers and Sisters and like the cast: Callista Flockhart,
Sally Field,
Rachel Griffiths. Oh yeah, Sally Field, our gal pal.
Dave Annabelle.
All right, are you ready for what was Following Heroes?
Shoot me. What is it?
Following Heroes was a little-known show that I loved this show, and I still miss it to this day. Journeyman.
What the hell is that about?
All right, this is wild. A San Francisco newspaper reporter with a wife and child find his life in chaos when he begins to have random, uncontrollable blackouts during which he travels back in time. In order to get back to his present life, he must alter the events of a stranger's life in the past. Complicated matters is that whenever he goes back in time, he repeatedly encounters his long-dead fiancée.
That's creepy.
Yes, it's very Quantum Leapy.
Yeah, I was going to say this screams of like a Quantum Leap redo type thing.
Yeah, so like, he basically, I think he was like an alcoholic and he started like experiencing blackouts and he would wake up and he would be like in the past. And then the only way he could get back to the present is if he like saved a stranger's life or like affected their life somehow. But he would always run into like his dead ex fiance or dead fiance. And then the series ended like on like a cliffhanger because then it was revealed that his long dead fiance was actually like a time traveler herself, so like she might still be alive. So and then the show never came back
because of the writer's strike.
Yes, it was a victim, unfortunately, and I think it was going to get canceled anyway, but that was like the final nail in the coffin.
Like, to be fair, the writer's strike either killed shows or saved some shows.
Yes.
The Big Bang Theory was near cancellation. It was not doing so hot.
Even How I Met Your Mother, like this season, was like facing cancellation too.
Yeah, it was. They were both very much going towards cancellation, which is insane.
Yes.
But they got saved.
Shall we do Fox real quick, and then we can get into the main event?
Yeah, what was on Fox? I keep forgetting we have 4 channels.
8 p.m., the popular medical drama House, MD.
Okay.
The series' main character is Dr. Gregory House, played by Hugh Laurie, an unconventional, misanthropic medical genius who, despite his dependence on pain medication, leads a team of diagnosticians at the fictional Princeton Plainsboro Teaching Hospital in New Jersey. The series is known for being inspired by Sherlock Holmes, and the resemblance is evident in House's reliance on the method of deductive reasoning, even where it might not seem obviously applicable. Ooh.
I think Amber Tamblyn was on this show.
I never watched House.
Me either.
I mean, I'd probably watch it now, but at the time, I just was like, yeah.
I still wouldn't watch it.
All right, you ready for what was following House?
Yes.
All right, this is a series. I vaguely remember it. I think I watched it once or twice. Kville.
What is it?
Kville. Kville.
What the heck is that?
All right, this was a series starring Anthony Anderson and Cole Hauser. This series took place in post-Katrina New Orleans and follows 2 mismatched police officers on the Felon Action Squad, a specialized unit that targets dangerous and wanted criminals. And they had to deal with that while also juggling to rebuild their own lives in a post-Katrina world. Sadly, the series only lasted 11 eps.
Oh my.
Yes, I think I've seen an episode or two. I remember this came out like after Anthony Anderson was like fresh off The Shield, so he was like critically acclaimed, and we were supposed to like love and accept him in a new show, and it just didn't work.
Yes.
Are you ready to get slap happy?
Yes, I'm ready for some Slapsgiving.
All right, I think you should take us off. I think you should introduce the Slapsgiving episode.
Alrighty, so we've got the gang at the bar, and it's the night before Thanksgiving. They're just like hanging out. Nothing major's really happening. Lily shows up with this giant frozen turkey and like just tosses it on the table.
Like a butterball turkey.
Yeah, it's like a huge turkey for like 5-6 people.
Frozen.
But I'm gonna tell you, sometimes like a big turkey's cheaper than like a smaller turkey.
Yeah, and you know what? You get like the good parts, I think. And if you got like a small turkey, it's just gonna be mostly junk, I think.
Yeah, and it's just like, even if you just get like a chicken breast or like a turkey breast, that could be more expensive than like a full turkey.
And there's always like killer sales too, like pre-Thanksgiving, so.
Yeah, exactly. So Lily's excited. And Marshall, instead of saying Thanksgiving, keeps like slipping in Slapsgiving. And Barney's like, what's going on? Why do you keep calling it Slapsgiving? Because this goes back to the slap bet over Robin Sparkles.
Yeah, this was like a previous season ep.
Yes, it was a season 2 episode called The Bet. Marshall and Barney have a slap bet about whether or not Robin did porn, because she has like some secret that embarrasses her from her days in Canada. And her secret is actually that she was a teenage pop star named Robin Sparkles.
Yeah, she was like a Tiffany, Debbie Gibson type. And
yes, but in the 90s, because the 80s came to Canada late.
Yes, and she would just like dance at the mall in her denim, like her matching denim top and bottoms.
Yes.
Be peppy.
The classic song, Let's Go to the Mall.
Definitely a classic. I will probably rock out to that after the recording of this episode.
Yes.
Also, we're like it's been 6 months since Robin and Ted have broken up, and they tease, like they had this ongoing joke where anytime anyone ever said anything that like started off what was it, like if someone said like general idea, so like it was like military related with followed by another word.
Yeah, general idea.
Yeah, like someone said like, oh, like a kernel of popcorn got stuck in my teeth, and they would be like, kernel of popcorn got stuck in my teeth, and they would say it at the same time, and they did this joke for like the whole time they were together, I guess, and then they broke up. And now the joke just seems like weird, and Robin and Ted they're kind of awkward around each other. They haven't been alone together since the breakup. They've just been hanging out in this like weird friend group and just kind of like coasting through.
They're not avoiding each other, but they're not hanging out just them. It's still too awkward to, oh my god, what would we even say to each other alone?
Yeah, so like everyone gets up to go to the bathroom at one point, and it's just like Robin and Ted for a minute, and they're struggling to find words to say to each other, and like, Robin's like, I'm gonna go help Lily pee, and Ted's like, I'm gonna go help Barney pay the bill, and they like get up and like run away from each other. But they had plans the next day. They were gonna have like a pie baking party at Lily's house, like the whole gang was gonna be there.
Yeah, they were gonna go to Robin's and make pies. Like, how many pies did they think they need?
Just one, I think, would have been enough.
Like, honestly, they could do with one, maybe 2 if they want to have 2 kinds. Like, if you want a pumpkin and a pecan.
I think it was just an excuse to just drink the night before Thanksgiving and hang out together, but not at the bar.
Yeah, probably.
That's what I gathered.
So, there's also this little gag where Barney seems to not understand that some months have 31 days.
Oh, yes. Because he's like...
there's the countdown. At the end of the first episode of the season, Marshall sent Barney a link to a countdown to the next time he was going to get slapped.
Yes.
And Barney has somehow set it in his head that it's the Friday after Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving.
Yes, because he doesn't think that there's 31 days in March, and he thinks there's 30 days in October, and it just confuses him, and he can't figure it out.
Yeah.
He can't like put this together.
Like he dresses up for Halloween a day early.
Also going on is Robin is dating for the first time since her breakup with Ted. She's dating an older man, a man who's 41, which is only like 6 years older than us right now. Let's be real.
Yes.
Yeah, but so because Ted is an unreliable narrator, the role of Robin's date Bob is played by an elderly man.
I don't know. They still seem kind of old to me.
Yes, so he was probably like a handsome stud, but they just like portrayed him as this like old like 80-year-old man, and he kept just making weird references to like Green Day and saying things like tubular and totally cool, and
telling his parents that he wants to be a snowboarder.
Is totally a career, I think is what he says.
Is totally a career for a 41-year-old to have.
That's all going on. So that guy's going to be at the pie bacon party. And Ted comes up with this genius idea. So he's like, I don't want to show up at 7 because then I'll probably be like the first one there. And then it'll just be like me, Robin.
And that'll just be awkward.
Yeah. So he's like, I'm going to show up like fashionably late. And oh, wait. No, I lied. The pie bacon thing is at Robin's house, not Lily's house, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's at Robin's.
So I got this all wrong. So it's at Robin's. Ted's like, all right, I don't want to be super early or on time because then I'll be there first. So he decides to show up at 9:30, and he's the only one there because I guess everyone bailed on this plan.
Yeah, everyone else bailed. Barney's like hitting on some chick at the bar because shocker. And Lily and Marshall are at home. Lily's like running around the kitchen like freaking out. And Marshall's sitting there with one of those like hand grip strengthener things, just like squeezing away, getting ready for that big slap.
Working on his pimp slap.
Yeah, because he's going to get Barney good.
And Lily is the only one who is organizing Thanksgiving, it seemed like.
Lily's the one who's doing it all because it's Lily. Can we be real? Lily would probably not let them really honestly do anything if they offered.
Don't we get like an intersped up scene, I think, of like Lily running around.
Yeah, she's like racing around the kitchen. And their kitchen's not that big. Their kitchen is probably the size of your closet.
Yes. It's one of those ones that it's kind of connected to the living room. You can see it through like I call it like one of those like Mr. Ed doors kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it looks in. So now it's basically Ted and Robin. They are awkwardly hanging out together that night, making pecan pies. Ted brings up like, oh, like you're allergic to pecan pies. Like, why are you making a pecan pie? And she's like, well,
yeah, like why are you making a pecan pie? You're allergic.
And she's like, I like the smell of it. And then he realizes, he's like, this is for Bob, your date, your 41-year-old elderly man date.
That's awkward.
She's like, you got me, Ted. I guess Ted's like, you know what, I think I should just go now, but we'll still be friends, I think, right?
And then she's like, are we still friends? And they start fighting, and then they do what Ted and Robin do. They have sex.
Yeah. Well, they do a hug. They fight, then they do like a quick makeup, and then they hug, and then it just turns into like a kiss, and then it turns into like a little fornication on the couch. But then we cut to the next day. It's now Thanksgiving. Ted and Robin pretty much get there almost at the same time, and they both come in.
Well, Ted lives there, to be fair.
That's right. Okay. I always forget he lives there. The living situation in this series is so confusing to me sometimes.
Yeah. Well, basically, Ted lives there until...
And then, like, he buys a house. He has a house this whole time. He doesn't live in it. It just always confuses me.
Yeah, he buys a house a couple seasons later, like, depressed. Like, I would maybe buy, like, a pair of pants or something.
But he doesn't live in it.
Yeah, well, because it needs major renovation.
And he never works on it until, like, the final season is when he's like, you know what, maybe I should just live here.
Yeah, it's like, maybe it's time.
Maybe we should have, like, one final intervention here and call it a day.
So, it's the next day. Barney has arrived, and, you know, Marshall's he's teasing him. And Barney is like, I didn't sign up for this. I didn't agree to this.
So Lily is like what is her title? She's like the
slap bet commissioner.
The slap bet commissioner. So she's in charge of, I guess, the rules of the slap bet.
Yeah, she's in charge of the rules for this competition.
So Barney, the whole episode is pretty much trying to like coax her into canceling the slap bet because it's a holiday. It's supposed to be a holiday of like peace and harmony and love, and they're all supposed to get together and, you know, be friendly. And she's like, nope, the bet's still on. Like, a bet is a bet. You can't like back out on it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's Barney Stinson. He's pretending he's like a hard ass that he can deal with it, but it's getting to him.
Yeah.
And the countdown is running low. It's like less than an hour. He's freaking, like, he even tries to, like, leave Thanksgiving.
That's when Lily freaks out. And at this point, Robin and Ted have confessed to their best friends that they had sex.
Yes.
And this is when Lily just, like, snaps. She says, Robin, Ted, you go talk. Don't have sex. Figure this out. And then there will be no slaps today because this is Thanksgiving. Because she's kind of fed up with the whole Slapsgiving thing that Marshall's doing.
Yes.
She just wants to, like, have a nice dinner, use her wedding china, because, like, when else are you going to use your wedding china?
Never again. This is, like, the only time. Like, if you don't use it in that first year...
You use it for holidays.
Yeah, if you don't use it that first year, it's done. Like, it's just going to sit in, like, boxes very, very quickly.
Yes, and then she sends Robin and Ted away. She, like, puts her foot down, and Bob shows up with Jell-O shots, and he's like, things are about to get crazy.
And it does.
It does. After things get awkward.
Yeah, so Robin and Ted, they retreat to, I guess, is it Ted's bedroom? Is that where they go?
Yes, it's Ted's bedroom.
Ted's like sad, lonely bedroom. It's just this dark, dingy bedroom. It looks like it could be like a college dorm to me for some reason.
Yeah, because he's pretty much like that's the bedroom he's had since he got out of college.
Yes. And they're locked in there kind of, and they're just like, we can't be friends anymore. Like, we tried to make it work. This is going to be it. We'll just go out there to the kitchen. We'll have this like fancy ass dinner with Lily, and we'll just have to just end our friendship here. And they go out the room. They don't go out at the same time. Like, Lily goes out first. Ted waits like a minute or two. Then he like mopes out.
You mean Robin? You keep getting Robin and Lily confused.
There's too many people in the show.
There's 5 people plus Bob.
I think Bob is throwing me off. I think the elderly man is throwing me off. They're out there, and now it's the dinner. They're all gathered around the table. They're all like making their little like Thanksgiving speeches, and they do the little chairs. Like,
yeah, it was like, it's awkward.
Marshall's like, to friendship, to our friends, and they like clink their glasses. And Robin and Ted, I've got their names right this time, they clink their glasses, and it's kind of awkward. They kind of look at each other and make this weird little, we're never going to talk to each other again face.
And Bob keeps talking and making these weird, like, comments about his parents, and Ted is sitting there confused because in his mind, Bob is like 80 years old, even though he's only 41.
Bob's just rambling away, and he says something. Does he say general idea or something like that, or major problem? I think he said.
I think it's general idea. I could be wrong. I didn't write it down.
So he says general idea, and Robin and Ted, they revert back to their joke, where at the same time they just say general idea at the same time.
Mm-hmm. And everybody kind of laughs, and they're like, oh no.
This joke is back.
They're doing this again. We thought it was over.
And they kind of rekindled the magic.
Yes.
So the magic of their friendship was rekindled. And then everything's happy. Everything just seems to be happy. And then it's like 20 seconds till the slap, and because it's been called off, like Barney's kind of boasting to Marshall.
Yeah, he's super cocky. He's like, you're not gonna get to slap me now.
And then Lily, what is she, the grand marshal of the slap bet or something?
The slap bet commissioner.
The slap bet commissioner. She calls the slap bet back on when there's like 5 seconds left. The clock hits 0. Marshall just slaps him in the face. He falls on the ground like one of those like fake dummies on Married Children that are lifeless.
And you can totally like see Jason's hand missing Neil Patrick's face.
Oh, like a part of me like thought he might have like actually like smacked the fuck out of him.
Yeah, like you can just see it. I've watched this episode like 6 times.
And then conveniently, Marshall has like he wrote a song about Slapsgiving. He has like the Slapsgiving anthem.
Oh yes, of course. Marshall would write songs about stuff. You just got slapped across the face, my friend. Oh. And then everybody starts singing along as they gather around the piano.
Yeah, like they know the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
They've been practicing.
Yes. It's like, okay.
Yeah, it gets very awkward. And then that's kind of it. That's Slapsgiving. Things.
And Ted explains to the kids that this is like, this Thanksgiving is why they always go over to Lily and Marshall's for Thanksgiving. That's how that tradition started and all that.
Oh, yeah, you always get that little, like, tack on at the end. Like, hey, kids, and like, every year after that, we went over to Aunt Lily and Uncle Marshall's, and we joked about that first Slapsgiving. And it was, that first Slapsgiving was a major problem. Major problem. Everyone says it at the same time.
Well, Slapsgiving ends with the series. There's like 2 more Slapsgiving.
Yeah, there's Slapsgiving 2, which was like 2009, 2010-ish. Then there's like the final Slapgiving, right?
Yeah, there's the final, there's a final slap, and because there's the Slapsgiving with Hurley.
Yeah, shout out to Hurley
from Lost.
Shout out to Jorge Garcia. Is that his name?
Which is an awesome episode, and he like calls out the numbers. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's great. So Marshall has to give Barney 5 slaps, right, as part of the bet.
Yes, and I think he actually ended up giving him extra slaps because of the ducky tie. Yeah,
so the best thing about the show is that they spaced it out over like 9 seasons.
They kind of like, because they early on didn't know how long they were going to last the series. They got like the first 2 in season 2.
But as the show became more and more popular, thanks to Netflix, I think. Netflix kind of like saved the show, I think, from cancellation.
I think so. Netflix and DVDs, because trust me, I have like the first 5 seasons on DVD, and I would like watch them over and over and over again.
And Britney Spears.
Yes. And you know what? That was kind of like, that was Britney's like comeback. The start of her comeback.
Plus that infamous like Britney Spears cameo, I think, like put a spark in the show too.
This was like her first thing after that.
That was that post her shaving her head.
She got extensions.
now she's ready to be on like an episode of How I Met Your Mother for like 2 minutes.
Well, she did 2 episodes.
But it was enough. It was enough to put her back on the map, and she got to do like It's Britney, bitch.
Yeah, to get her like her confidence back.
Was Blackout her comeback album? It was Blackout, right? That was like the one.
I honestly don't know. Was it Circus?
See, I think to me, Blackout was the comeback one.
Yeah, I don't remember. It's kind of a blur.
She's had like 14 comebacks. Let's be real.
Yeah, but she is still Queen Britney.
I know. I still like the first like 3 albums the best. So anything after is just kind of like a footnote to me. Sorry, new Britney fans. Like you get all these people like 10 years ago, Britney Spears like released the epic album like Blackout, and I'm like, oh, please. She's already been on the scene for 10 years at that point.
Yeah, it's like, come on, people.
You weren't alive when she was like parading through a high school, and it was a huge deal.
My favorite thing now is like seeing all these little like newer pop star fans like trying to tear down the older pop stars on Twitter and stuff. And I'm just like, no.
Like when you watch, I was watching last year, I watched like the Scream TV series, and they were doing like a Lady Gaga versus Madonna thing. And they were like shitting on Madonna.
Oh, God.
Get out of my face. Get off my TV. I like shut the TV show off. I'm like, I can't watch this shit. This was a series on MTV. Madonna invented MTV, and then they're just like slamming her in the face right now with this fucking Lady Gaga bullshit.
It was something like when Shania Twain's new album came out, and you know how much I love Shania. And I was like reading some tweets about something, and I was looking at the replies. It's all these little Demi Lovato fans going, who even is Shania Twain? Like, who cares? Like, this old lady, and it's like, oh my God, children, no. Go hit on William Valderrama or something. Just go away.
Wilmer Valderrama? What?
Demi Lovato's ex-boyfriend.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the people on Twitter.
But I was just like, come on, little kids, stop it. You're making fools out of yourself.
Like the people that are into like Cardi B and stuff.
Or I saw something the other day. Selena finally got her star on the Walk of Fame, and a bunch of Selena Gomez fans were like, Selena Gomez is the only Selena who matters. And it's like, children, no. Just no.
Yeah, children, no. You didn't live through the tragedy that was Selena's death.
Go find the J-Lo movie and educate yourself.
Yes. They don't appreciate the classics. Like, I feel like when we were like growing up, we appreciated the classics, though.
Yeah, we weren't going like, oh my God, who would like listen to Cher? Like, who is this old lady? No, we were like, oh my God, Cher's new song is just amazing.
And we weren't like, Mick Jagger, what?
Yeah, we were like, oh cool, yeah, we weren't like this.
So what are we doing next week?
Next week, we are going to a CBS one-season wonder.
Yeah, we're going super obscure.
Yeah, and actually, I think it might have been the same season.
Really? No.
Or close.
No, it was. This was on 2005, 2006. I looked it up.
2005, 2006.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I do not remember the show, but I kind of remember Henry Winkler being on a show like around this time. So this is obviously has to be the show.
Yes.
So we're doing a show. It was on for one season. It starred Henry Winkler, Stockard Channing, Jennifer Tilly,
Ty Burrell,
and Stockard Channing was like nominated for an Emmy for this show.
Yes.
And this show got canceled. Out of Practice, right?
Yes, it's called Out of Practice. We're doing their Thanksgiving episode, which is probably one of my like favorite Thanksgiving episodes of all time.
And you know what? We're gonna release this episode like no one is gonna know what this series is. Like 20 people are gonna listen to it, but we'll still have fun.
You guys, look it up on YouTube. You will freaking love this show.
And if you have Amazon Prime, every episode's available on Amazon Prime. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
So find it, love it, experience it, and I'm going to watch it for the first time in like a few days. So we'll see how it goes.
Hilarious. I've already rewatched it.
But you dropped the bomb. So Jennifer Tilly is not in this episode?
No, she is not.
Like you couldn't have like picked a Jennifer Tilly episode for me to at least watch?
No, because it wasn't the Thanksgiving episode.
We could have pretended it was a Thanksgiving episode, though.
No, because this one is so purely Thanksgiving.
After I watch it, I'll go back and I'll watch an episode with Jennifer Tilly, and I'll do like a special, like by myself episode, in which I talk about a Jennifer Tilly episode.
Patrick alone in the closet.
Where can you follow us? Where can you follow our wild adventures?
You can follow us on Twitter at Very Podcast. You can follow us on Facebook and Instagram at A Very Special Podcast.
Yes, shout out to our Instagram.
Yes, I need to find the password so I can get back into it on my phone. And then we're on YouTube now.
Yeah.
Just look up A Very Special Podcast. We are back on YouTube after a hiatus. We finally figured out how to get back up there.
Yeah. So I don't know how. I think you just have to go there and just search for A Very Special Podcast because I don't know how to make a link for it. So
yes, I found it. I'll show you how to make a link for it.
Okay, well, we'll make a link, and then we'll
I'll post them on our Facebook page.
You already did, I think, actually.
Yes, I already did. And where else? Oh, yes, of course, our website, averyspecialpodcast.com.
Yeah, some wild stuff going on there. We have some fun stuff on there. We have some fun stuff coming soon. We have some tricks and treats coming up.
Tricks and treats and Thanksgiving delight.
Yes, a little tofu turkey action, maybe. Who knows?
Turkey.
Yes, so definitely check out all of our social medias and follow us everywhere. And tweet us episode requests. If you have questions for us, we'll answer them. If you have truth or dares to send us, we'll even answer those.
Yes, of course. Patrick's favorites, the Fuck, Marry, Kills and Good Son scenarios.
Yes, give us some FMKs and some Good Son scenarios, and we'll answer them on the show. And you can email us too, but we never check it, right?
I don't even know what our email is right now, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Wasn't it veryspecialpodcast@gmail.com?
Yeah, I don't know how to get into it.
Okay, well, don't email us there. If you happen to listen to an old episode and we reference it, don't email it. Just send us a tweet instead. And if you're not on Twitter, just sign up very briefly and send us a tweet.
Exactly, and you now have 280 characters to do so.
Yeah, now we got extra room, so we can be more lengthy with our descriptions. So shout out to that.
Oh, that could be trouble for Patrick.
All right, so join us next week when we get a little out of practice. So as always,
bye.
Watch the skies.